A lot of these zooms are just zoom in, zoom out, and focus on different things. So like for example, here's slow-mo. This is zoomed in, it zooms out. You get full body shot. You see how you can see the web.
What's going on, y'all? I am here to do the Zoom tutorial. I know people were asking for this for a little while. I've been seeing comments, I've been getting DMs, and I've been promising a tutorial and haven't given anything. Life has been crazy. Anyways, this is the third time trying to record this because I keep messing things up. Whether it's my capture not working correctly, or my audio, or it's freaking my actual Zooms itself. I messed something up in my tutorial. But we're here. So, I've already been making this edit, so the first thing you want to do, of course, is get your clips. You always want to just get your clips first. I've already been into making this edit already, so that's just what it is. With this, let's see, so I'm going to show you what I've already got so far, right? So here's what you want it to look like. Now, this isn't the finished product. There's going to be some tweaks and some adjustments, but overall, this is what you're going to want. Just like that, everything flows into each other. Now, there are some stutters, there are some minor detail fixes, because the whole goal is to trip your brain out. The thing is, you're using such a fast audio as well. A lot of these clips may be smaller, so it's a little bit harder to work with. But once you get the smaller clips to look good, they're good transitions because it allows everything to flow and just move as one clip. So one of the first things, so we're going to work with, as I was doing before when I first tried to record this, we're going to work with this clip. So right here, I'm going to go through everything step by step. I'm going to show you what to click and where to click it because I've already done it. So with this clip, you see how we start with the zoom in. Here, this clip is zoomed in. So you can check the scale. This is zoomed in. By the way, anyone who's editing on CapCut Mobile, which I know a lot of you guys are, you can do the exact same thing on here. The keyframes obviously will be a little different on the PC with just minor details. But other than that, you'll be doing the same way. Same keyframe placement, all that kind of stuff. Graphs may be different. Well, no, the graphs we're using are going to be the exact same that you have. Graph names may be different or whatever, but you should be able to recognize it and see it. So on here, of course, you have your clip. You're going to want to place a keyframe right here in the beginning. So I usually on PC, I use the transform and I click the keyframe to get all of these. You get scale, you get position, and you get rotate. I just click this to get all in one keyframe. So I start with the zoom in. Now, you don't have to start with zoom in. You can start zoomed out and then zoom in and then zoom back out. Or technically zoom into the next clip. Or you could start with a zoom in, then go zoom out, then zoom back in, or zoom back into the next clip. Here we have a zoom in, and you see it zooms out because you want to get everything moving in shot so you can kind of see it. And then as it starts moving in, he moves his arm to the left. You would move that, you would have your keyframe, so you'd place a middle keyframe for your zoom, what's it called? Middle keyframe for your zoom out, and then you would place a third keyframe for your left, right, zoom, however you want to do it, zoom in, zoom out, whatever. So here, you would do a little zoom in, and then you would adjust. So we're going to do some adjustments here just to show you guys. You would adjust the scale, get this looking how you would like it to look. And then from here, you're going to right click or press your graph button on your mobile phone. And the presets that I use is you'll use cubic in for your second and last keyframe. So basically in between these two, on mobile it would be in between these two. On this one, you would click your last keyframe. On PC, you would click your last keyframe and place cubic in or ease in 3, I believe. And then your first keyframe or your second keyframe, your middle keyframe on PC, but you're in between your first two keyframes, the graph you're going to use is ease out or ease out 2 or quad out, whatever it's called. I like using quad out, but ease out, these are the two that I alternate between depending on how much or how quick I want the clip to zoom in or zoom out. Now from here, you can notice how it flows in. The arm ends up transitioning at the same movement as him. So you get this real smooth zoom from here. So this is starting zoomed out, and then you go into a zoom in. Because since this is zooming in, you want a full zoom in from one clip to the next. That's almost seamless. So you zoom in, it keeps zooming in, and then it stops. Then you either have another zoom in, even further zoom in if you want. I choose not to because your quality gets lower because the pixels don't adjust as you zoom. So because it's specific resolutions, your resolution is going to get worse. But it just depends on what you're editing with and how you're editing it. Then you're going to zoom out. And that zoom out may just depend on where you're starting your next clip. So you may go from down to up. So here's an adjustment that I need to make. Notice how mine is mostly centered / down. Now, it may be a little difficult here considering you can already see that this is the edge of the clip. So if anything, I'd want to start here because I remember if our next clip was right here and it were to go in one movement, it would go like that. Like at a diagonal movement. So you'd want to be able to set the stage for that to be able to occur. But I still want my zoom out to be prominent. So this is where it gets real tricky. Honestly, you just eyeball it. Whatever looks best for you. It's your eyes, it's your edit. I like to eyeball it best that I can because it's just easier for me to manage. And get it to look how I would like it to look. Boom, see that? Diagonal movement upwards. And it flows in. Even though this clip is kind of a still clip, so it's kind of hard to get that to look how you might want it to. It still works. Now here I'm going to use ease out because I want it to be slower. Because I feel like it ends up smoother. Let's make sure we have our keyframes. See, this is stuck on linear, and that's an issue. Now, because it's a smaller clip, we may do like quad in, and then like I did ease out. It just means it's going to be a slower transition, which means it may not be as smooth. So just tweak it and mess around with it. and see what sticks for you, what works best. Because everyone's different and it's gonna work different for you. It's gonna just be different based off your own preference. That's it. That's how you do the zooms. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna try and cut this down best I can and speed it up so I don't waste too much of you guys' time. Thank you all so much for 12K. I'm really appreciative. It means a lot to me. God bless. Have an amazing day. Thank you.